so I went ahead and did my second part, or second body part. So now you have this. This is part 3. So if you're caught up with me, this is what you've got. You've got 2 heads attached to the first part of the body. Now comes the second part of the body, and then there's a little tiny bit at the end. So this is the second part of the body, and still need your loom. Let's see. We're gonna start with gray because we're gonna start fading it into the blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down with the gray. Oops, dropped one. Dang it. 3. I had to make sure that was okay. Seven. And then the 8, I'm going to do 1 blue, 1 gray. And then the middle one, same thing. That's a funky one. And this one I'm just going to do gray. And this one, so I'm going to do this and see how it looks and decide if I want to keep doing it this way. Hopefully it works. And then 1 blue and 1 gray for that 8th one. Okay, now on the 1, 2, 3, 4th one down, we're going to do an angle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Same thing on the other side. Some more gray up here. Okay. And these we're going to go down to here with gray. Back here. Didn't think about this blue not really showing up with the blue base things, but I'm doing it in blue. Okay, now we're gonna start staggering a mix of blue and gray and just gray. So this one's gonna be blue and gray, then gray, then blue and gray, then gray. And this one, since it's already blue and gray, we're going to do gray, blue and gray, gray, blue and gray. Oh, poop. That one's already got a blue and gray. So we're going to switch these. we're going to put that blue and gray on the outside. So going to take these off, because I did not think about that. Take this one off. Talk about wasting some time when I'm trying to go fast. Okay. There we go. Now, we're going to do blue and gray, gray, blue and gray, gray. Gray. Blue and gray. And gray. And then this one's blue and gray, so we're going to do gray, blue and gray, gray, blue and gray. And then this row is just going to be straight gray, because it doesn't really matter, because it's probably going to be under the spikes or shark fins, so I'm just going to do that. And gray. There we go. So this one's going to be blue and gray, gray, blue and gray, gray. And then gray. Blue and gray. Gray. Same thing, every other one. Okay. Now we've got to do our horizontal bands, and I'm gonna go ahead and do them in gray again. Maybe I should do them in blue. Nah, we're just gonna do them in gray. And this is gonna get an extension on it, so we're gonna go ahead and put the triangle all the way up to the end. So we have one more extension. And then we start the side by sides. Gonna need more gray. I figure I'm gonna need more gray than I thought, since I'm doing my horizontal bands in gray. But gray is easier for me to get than the ocean blue. So hopefully it is for you too. The ocean blue, I think one of the Michaels sells it, but not the other two in my area. I don't want to have to keep ordering it from Rainbow Loom and paying shipping and handling and having to wait. Okay, now we're going to take one of our bodies. Same thing, we're going to attach it here. Ugh. This one, and then this one you have to get these blues. There we go. That one and that one. Okay, then same thing, we're going to take off these tie-off bands, put them off to the side because we'll use them again. I reuse my tie-off bands over and over. Last one. Now we're going to lift these top two on all of these, and then these two, these two, these two, and these two. and we're going to put our horizontal triangles. Because if you don't do it, you end up with a floppy area. There's like a gap, so it gets floppy. What just happened? Ah. Okay. Apparently when I put that on, I missed the bottom gray. So, what we're gonna do is take this, put this back on there before I lose it. We're going to put it on, and then we have to go through these blues, grab it, and there we go. Now we saved it. There you go. Now you know how to fix something if you catch it in time. That would have been bad. Okay, now we can go ahead and loom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to loom, we want to loom up the outside and go up to these, and then we can go all the way up this row. But you want to do the outside ones first. And then I will come back, because you don't need to watch me do this. It takes too long. I'll be right back. So, there we go. I loomed up the outside and up to here, and then I went ahead and did the second row all the way up to the end. Now we've got to do the middle row together so you can see the shark fins. So, this one, this last shark fin piece here actually goes on this peg that's still here, so we don't loom yet. You just want to get it on there and then loom. It looks like it shouldn't be loomed, but it should. And you, oh, I grabbed too many. Must have grabbed a crossband or a horizontal. I'll put that back down. What did I grab? There's those guys. Yep, I must have grabbed a horizontal. Okay. If you lift up a little bit, you can see the bands you need to pull. There we go. Okay, now we can pull one more, because we always do. So there's one peg between. Okay, then we're doing another large. So same way, except we don't have to have that annoying part in the middle. There's that. Push it down and hold it while you grab your bands. Ugh. Okay, and then I push it down a little bit to give myself some space. Then grab the next four. Make sure you get all of them. And let it go. And then the next four. See, he's really not that complicated. It's just he's big. And then if you kind of pull up on that first one, that'll give you some more stretching room. Then the next four go on that peg. And then the last four go on that one. There we go. Whew. I need to change my shirt. It's too hot. Okay, so we loomed an extra one, so there's a one between, and now we're gonna do a medium, which is this one. So same old one, and then pull your bobby pin out. If you kind of pull it off to the side, it'll hold itself. And then two. Whoop, 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 whoop. Trying to get away from me. Yep, tried to lose one. There we go. It's hard when it gets down to the end because I can't see what I'm doing. And then the third one. Whew. And then we can go ahead and loom the last one. And then there's just one more little bit that we have to add. But you're gonna go back. We're gonna tie off these three. Go back and do this part to your other body because you should be doing this in twos. Every single thing on this dragon's in twos, so go back, do this to your other body. We're gonna pull this off so you can see. And we're gonna see how it looks with the blending of the blue and the gray. Oh, that looks cool. That worked a lot. That worked well. And you kind of have to fiddle with his fins to get him flat. But there we go. So he's slowly gonna fade from blue to gray. And I'm gonna try to keep this consistent over the whole width of him, but I don't know if it'll work. So, like I said, do that to your other part of your body, to your other body, so you have two of them. And I will be right back when I finish mine. There we go. So, now I have two bodies the same. Now we just have to do a little tiny little extension on the end to bring it to a point. And then that's going to use the last 6 of our small shark fins, 3 on each. Whew. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these guys off because this isn't going to be very long. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are going to be gray. So it's the 5th peg from the top. Yeah. And then we're just going to go all gray on these. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. Oop. It's in my way. All the way to the bottom. And I think after this, I might... Yeah, we're good. We're good for right now. I'll let you know when I'm getting close to the end of my first bag of gray, or first pack. Now, 3 down, we're going to do an angle. And an angle. So when I get to the end of my first bag, I'll tell you that I'm starting when I start my second bag. That way we can kind of keep track of what we're doing. I'd say we did a lot. And then we're going to go ahead and come down this side all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to do our horizontals, which I'm just going to start here. No, here. We're going to do one doubled band across these three. And then we're going to do the triangles. That'll pull that closer together. I think I might not have done that on my trial. Okay, so we're down to the bottom of those. Now, we're going to attach one of our bodies to this. Whoop, missed one. Gotta make sure you get all those bands. Okay. Same thing, we're going to take off our tie-off bands. And then we're going to lift the top two. And then we're going to put another horizontal. Whew. I need a drink, hold on. Okay. This time, since it's not very big, you guys can watch me loom. I'm gonna go up this side, and over to the middle, and then up this side, and over to the middle. Since it's not a whole loom of looming. Oh man. I don't know if it's because I'm still sick, but I am just burning up. Okay. Now we're gonna start with the tail fin, or the shark fins, and we're gonna put the first one on this peg. Oh man, my whole poop. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, basically I had to pull my big bar print, or what do you call that, base plate, and just move it over one. So this is like, it's one loom here. It's the only way I could save it. So, but now I can get to the pegs I need to get to, so whatever works, I guess, right? Okay. Now, try this again. The first part of the small shark fin goes on there. Then we gotta reach through the bottom and get those bottom two grays and loom it. And then get the other one on there and loom it. And then we're gonna loom one more. So there's one between. Then we're gonna get this guy. These small ones are easy if your loom doesn't try to fall apart. And there's one side. Loom it, and then the other. Pull that off. Uh-oh. No, it's okay. Thought that was a band that was gonna break. It's just got a funky color in it. And then we're gonna loom one more. This one's gonna be a little tough because there's lots of bands there. Get one of our other small guys. And that goes here. Make sure you put it on the right one because I'm always trying to aim for the wrong one. Loom one. Make sure you get those bottom bands. And then the other half of that. Hey, Delta. And then loom the last one. And then we're going to tie it off. But this time, what do? Do we tie it off with gray? My other guy's all the way up there. I think I'm going to tie off with gray. Because this is the end of him. So go ahead and tie it off with a gray one. And then we can pull him off. You're going to have to be really careful with this peg because it's got all these bands on it and it'll want to break. So kind of pull with your fingers. There you go. Now we can pull the rest of him off. And then we can pull that guy up. And then there is one complete top of a body. Now do the same thing for the end of your other one. So they look like weird snakes with pointy noses. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend the end of mine and we'll see how long this video is. It might be a whole new video when we come back, so hold on. So I finished my second body. So this is what you should have by now. And we've used up all our shark fins. I want to say spikes. All our shark fins. We've used up everything we made except for the wings, which actually attach to his belly, not his body. Like normally on a dragon they'd attach up here, but they actually go underneath him, so they're going to attach to his belly. So this is what we've got so far. I must have hit my watch. So hopefully this is what you've got, and on the next part of the video I'm going to start on his bellies and attaching the little wings, and we'll see how it goes from there. As it stands, I have about a handful of gray left from my first bag, so we're doing pretty good on the gray. Threw it across the room, and we got this much blue left, so I'm guessing we're probably gonna need, I don't know, we won't need it yet, but I think we will have to go and buy more bands. But that's just because he's gonna end up being like this wide. You probably can't even see how wide I'm saying. Like if his body's here, so he's gonna have like this webbing thing between, and then his wings are gonna go probably all the way from over here, where you can see my finger, to all the way over here, if you can see my finger. I mean, he's pretty huge. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much we can do with the bands we've got. So stay tuned, and I'll come back with the bellies.